Pregnant Amish woman unalived. And there is a suspect. A day or two ago, shockwaves went through a quiet Amish community in northwestern Pennsylvania. A quiet town, Spartansburg, Pennsylvania, where there's a lot of Amish who do. And if you don't know anything about the Amish, they're very religious. They don't believe in modern technology. They don't use electricity. They don't use cars. They travel by horse and buggy. It's like travel back in time, pre-cars, pre-electricity, back in the mid-1800s. That's how these folks live. Okay? They farm their own food. I'm not saying they never go to stores, because they do. Because there's some things that they just have to go to stores for. But what monster would target a 23-year-old pregnant woman? I'll tell you. There has been an arrest made. I believe it just happened this morning, the arrest. And his name is Shawn Cranston. He is a truck driver. And his Facebook page, his tagline on his Facebook page says, I become a person's worst nightmare if they do me wrong or something. I don't know the exact verbiage. I'll have to look it up. If I think about it, I'll insert it. But I'm going to dig in today as to why this happened. Police are not releasing any details as far as what might have been motive or what led to Shawn's arrest. But apparently the husband came home and found her. And imagine the other two young children. I mean, this is horrifying. I mean, the Amish don't bother anybody. This, to me, feels senseless. So why?
Why did he do this? What's going on? Well, let me show you a little bit of information about this guy right here, his Facebook profile. Check it out. So this is the public Facebook profile of Shawn Cranston. He is 52 years old. He was just arrested by authorities in connection with the murder of pregnant Amish woman Rebekah Byler, who was 23. This guy is apparently from Corey, Pennsylvania. Let's look and see who this guy is. This is for educational purposes and newsworthy purposes. Look at this. This is his profile pic. Apparently, he's with someone here. And on his profile here, it says, I'm somebody's worst nightmare if they mess with me and mine. It's very, very interesting there. What does that mean? And let's get some details here. Look at this. He's given a review to Antonio Brown, who was a former NFL player. Stop being a sellout for more money. Play for the love of the game, not the money, just plain out selfishness. E-Kids Care. They treat their employees like SHIT, harass and pick on them, making them cry and think it's funny. Won't be long. They'll be out of business. The owner pockets the money and don't care. Those in charge are worthless and treats on a bull hog. They don't keep their paperwork up to date. Big mistake if you go work here or hire them to take care of your children. What's up with this? So he gives 2 reviews. That's it on his profile here. Let's scroll down. Here's his profile picture. Here's another one. Looks like he posted a picture with a truck. Nelson Trucking in Waterford, Pennsylvania. That's what it looks like here. Maybe let's read the comments. Maybe people comment. Thinking people said congratulations for working. Assuming that he probably worked for here. This was in 2022. And then you see it in awareness. He was raising money for his birthday. Then he says, 2 things a man never forgets: the people that crossed him and the people that were there when he was down and out. And then here is a photo of him with someone. Maybe it's here. Yeah, it looks like he is married. Look at this. Looks like he is married. Look at this. Looks like he's married. Stop the mandates. Because it says married to Shawn Cranston. Jamie Cranston. So this is a public Facebook profile. Very, very interesting. Go see for yourself if you choose to. There you go. So,
disclaimer: everything in this video and all other videos and every case on this channel is for entertainment purposes only, not based on fact. It is just my opinion, my interpretation of the cards. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research and form your own opinion. After all, I'm just a blonde throwing cards. Okay, so I want to understand this a little bit more, and I looked a couple things up, and apparently this occurred more than just 1 or 2 days ago. This is earlier this week. This is being recorded on March 2nd, 2024. So I believe this horrific event happened like Monday or Tuesday. I'm thinking more like Tuesday. And the suspect is 52 years old. He is married. He is also from Pennsylvania. And as you saw, I inserted that clip from JLR Investigates. I gotta be honest, I don't watch him all the time. Sorry, JLR. He's not one of my go-tos. But I get an idea of what's going on in the crime community. And I form my own opinions, which, like I said, like in the intro, I encourage you to form your own opinions as well. But I'm trying to figure out what would make this guy do this to Rebekah. What would make Shawn freak out like that? And apparently, at some point, his red truck or something was in her driveway. You know, is this... And I'm wondering if they knew each other in the past. What is Shawn's history? There's like very, very little details, and I thought this would be a perfect time to kind of jump on and see. Okay, I got a group of cards that want to come out here. Protection. Start a revolution. Stop hating your body. We got a fire here, arsonist. We know there was no arson, but I can almost feel that as like power and anger. As you all know, I don't always. If the words on the card don't fit, there's a reason that card comes out. I look at the images and intuitively see what it's trying to tell me. And we got this word here. And that could be actually, that shows a van. That could simply be his truck being in her driveway. And we saw this. Mistress. So, being that they were both from Pennsylvania, I need to look up, I'm not sure how far away their towns are, because that's on the opposite side of Pennsylvania than what I'm on. I've been to Amish country. I've been out to Lancaster and things like that. And Strasburg. But I've never been to this particular pocket of the Amish country. So I'm not sure how close they are, but it makes me wonder if there was something else going on. Yes, Shawn is married. That mistress card makes me think of sex. Okay. Him visiting her. And I'm feeling like she was trying to protect herself and her reputation. She was pregnant. And there's some kind of fire lit here. He was angry about something. Yeah, they said continue on with this deck. There was some kind of an attraction there. And, you know, when you look at her picture, she's not bad looking. You know, she is. Okay. There's something here about, you know, drugs. I find it hard to believe because being a trucker, you know, I know about trucking. I know about the regulations, zero tolerance, lose your CDL if you're caught with any of that shit. But I'm wondering what the plant is talking about. You know, kind of got that mistress card, and we got this card, call girl. You know, selling that idea. I'm wondering if there's more to this story. This is a religious organization. Now, this is cult, but it's still an idea of flame. Toxic. There was a toxic connection between these two. I'm feeling very strong these two knew each other. He may have been a regular visitor. Material wealth. I don't want to speak ill of those on the other side, but people do things that they don't really want to do. Maybe they feel forced into it. Husband's away from home. Maybe he's working somewhere. It almost feels like there is an exchange here for money, if you understand what I'm talking about. And it seems like something gone wrong. And I'm getting other hits like, could that unborn child possibly have been Shawn's? And there was almost like bringing it to light, an exposure of it, and he could not have that. It would have messed up his own marriage, not to mention rocking the Amish community. I mean, it's like there's something there. And I feel it has to do with sex, payment, something about the unborn child. I'm just curious about that. And it just feels like Rebekah may have been desperate for money. Okay. What else? Shooting star. There's the visit. Some people, you know, this is a wish fulfillment or wishing upon something, but also I'm seeing, you know, visiting at the home. I think that card came out in the Idaho 4, and I saw it in the same way. Lady Spring gives birth. Like I said, new birth, new growth, new seed. It makes me wonder about the unborn baby. There she is. That's the woman. That's the mom. This feels like she received a visit that created something Two more cards, please. The Butterfly Queen. Shawn was a paying customer per se. Sure. Sure of trials. Okay, hold that thought for a second. In the process of editing, something came to me. And I just want to kind of find a place to insert this. When I was talking about this protection, what came to me is the person that is meant to love and protect is the perp. Okay, sorry about that. That was Mama. I had to answer my mama's call. But sure of trials. So what is this telling me? I gotta be honest. You know, I love the Amish. You know, I've met some really wonderful Amish people. And their simple life and everything. So I mean, no disrespect. Let me put that out there now. But there's always those ones that are desperate that will do things that maybe go against their beliefs in order to survive. And I feel that this is a case here. And with these cards that I just pulled, it is showing that regular visits is producing something that new birth, new seed. The Butterfly Queen is somebody who's very sociable, puts herself out there, and is falling in line with getting visits, but it's created a problem, a worry. And I'm telling you, I think that I don't think it was confirmed, but I'm feeling like that there was a fear that possibly this child, this unborn child, this pregnancy may have been Shawn's, and it was going to rock. It would have rocked the Amish community. It would have rocked Shawn's world. There's something there about him visiting her, her becoming pregnant, being a question, is it her husband's or is it Shawn's? Okay, let's just take a look here. What is it? What has been the nature of Shawn's visits to Rebekah? What was the nature of Shawn's visits to Rebekah? The nature of Shawn's visits to Rebekah. I just had to look up, make sure I was recording. Okay. 3 of Wands. travel. He's a truck driver. Right? Again, I'm not sure how far apart they are, these towns. But there's expectations. Ships coming in, traveling to her. Four of Swords. Quiet, contemplation. Oh my God. I shit you not, I can't make this stuff up. The Devil. This definitely goes against her religious beliefs. King of Pentacles, the man with the money. And Seven of Cups in the reverse. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh yeah, he came to her. And I could take this as literal. Sharing a bed. Okay? I could take that as literal. But I think Rebekah thought about this. And she knew she was sinning, per se. And we got another card in here that was toxic, right? This is toxic energy. She felt tied and bound. Bound to what? Upright secrecy. In the reverse, exposure. Of what? This man with the money, this gentleman coming to her, her being a little bit promiscuous for money. I'm telling you, that's what this was about. Why he was doing this. Maybe he had a fetish or an addiction or not being satisfied at home. Who knows what the issue is. Even if he's not satisfied at home, there's no excuse to cheat, if you will. But what this is creating, like I said, and this is falling under shores of trial. I think she threatened to expose him. And that created a problem here. Because she didn't want to hide anymore. This is smoke and screens. This is an illusion. And she was going to clear the air. I almost want to say, like, kind of like her conscience getting to her. And knowing that the potential of this not being her husband's. I haven't determined that. I'm feeling like it's in theory. We may never know. There's probably not going to be any kind of DNA testing on who was the baby daddy. Let me tell you there. So, the public may never know officially who was the baby daddy. I'm wondering if this shit will come up. Underneath, we have the Page of Wands. I'm telling you, a child. I feel that he got news that she was pregnant. Okay, potentially with his child. And he did a lot of contemplating about this. Okay? A lot of thought. With the Five of Swords in the reverse. This here is bullying, manipulation. In the reverse, to me, in this instance, I just get the image of bullying to the extreme. And this is an exposure of something shady that had been going on. Was he manipulating her somehow? We got another page here. Page of Cups. What was it that she was falling in love with Shawn? Queen of Swords. Clarity. Truth. We got a Queen of Swords with a King of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords is very fact-finding. Clarity. She speaks her truth. She spoke a certain truth to him that there's a Ten of Pentacles. Exposure in the community. Causing problems in the community because we got those shore trials there. So there was definitely a problem about exposure. That would have threatened his world. And Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who is not a woman not faithful with the Three of Pentacles, third party. I am telling you, I think Shawn was giving her money. She was giving him services. There might have been a misunderstanding there, but she was cooperating. Three of Pentacles. Cooperating in the situation. All this Pentacles is, to me, is screaming money. Money involved. So, this is established that he has been there, right? Did he do the deed? He acted alone. Oh my God. He told her he was single. He lied to her. She had no internet access. She wasn't on social media. She had really no true way of finding out. But she was married, but her husband was away. Eight of Swords. Feeling trapped. Ten of Wands. So there was an issue here also of somebody needing to get out of a situation that was burdensome. Okay, that was difficult to deal with. Somebody who wanted to be single. Two of Wands, a choice between two roads. At a crossroads. Knight of Cups. There is something here that was really toxic, and it was secret. After all, she was married, he was married. Right? And somebody, and I think it was her, there was some kind of exposure of their affair, and I'm telling you, as I'm sitting here, I feel like that baby was not her husband's. I'm just feeling that, and I feel like she is manipulated in a way that Shawn made her think that he was separated or something like that. She had no way of checking on it. At least not on... The only way is social media. She asked somebody that had internet access to look him up. But I'm not even feeling she did that far. I'm just feeling she was very naive. He romanced her. He gave her money. There's something about trying to get out of a marriage. Wanting to be single. And I'm thinking that's more her. Let's check out her marriage. Why would she feel this way? Why would she get involved with somebody else? I mean, it happens all the time. But it's more rare in the Amish community, in my opinion. That you don't see love triangles very much in the Amish community. At least that I know of. You know, I mean, I could be wrong. There could be, you know, who knows what goes on in the Amish. I want to make sure I got all the... Okay. I wanted to make sure I did not add extra cards. Mix cards up, because they're like the same size. Anyhow. There is definitely some kind of shady shit here. I feel like that this wasn't fair, and there's an issue with the unborn child. Let's take a look at Rebekah's marriage. If this whole thing was more about the money, or if was there... Because I see him being a Casanova. I see him coming in with a lot of loving words and romanticizing and coercing, you know, kind of making her feel good. Saying all the right things to Rebekah. And I just feel she was threatening to expose him about something. I don't know why the drugs. There might have been drugs involved. Well, let's see. Rebekah's marriage. The death card. There was a change in the marriage. Page of Pentacles. The Magician. Wow. 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 Knight of Cups in the reverse. Two of Swords in the reverse. Okay, what I get here right now is I'm getting wanting a divorce. Somebody wanted a divorce. I feel like it was Rebekah. Rebekah did not want to deal with this. She felt that the marriage was over. She may have wanted a divorce, and I bet you the church tells her no, because there is a magician in dead center, somebody, and I'm feeling more like in control, manipulative, who was not very loving towards her, but she stopped turning a blind eye to it. It feels like for a long time she dealt with the state of her marriage, did nothing about it, ignored it. I'm not dealing with it. I'm going with the flow. But here it's showing I'm not ignoring this anymore. I'm taking off the blindfold. I'm taking action. And that might be where Shawn comes in. And she opens up her eyes. Five of Cups. Okay. That is a loss. That is emotional disappointment. I think she was kind of torn. Because here's like being torn between two. Leaving or not in the reverse. But there's some kind of tears being cried over an ending. Three of Swords in the reverse, wanting to heal. I think there's a lot of hurt. And we're talking about her marriage. There was a lot of hurt involved in this marriage. She wanted to heal. She wanted to end things. I think there's a disappointment. I think she was turned down about a divorce in the Amish community. Knight of Swords. Swift action. Swift movement. Chaos. Queen of Cups. And the World. We got this marriage is, I'm reading about the marriage, marked with endings. What I feel is that she was shut down and she was going to move on regardless. Okay? We've got the Death card and the World. That is an ultimate ending. That is the end of a cycle. We have the Queen of Cups who wants to follow her heart, who has a heart full of love. And we have a King of Cups reversed who is emotionally detached, who is not very loving, but more magician, more controlling. Okay? I'm thinking that even her own husband may have had a temper, may have been forcefully, and I'm not feeling physical because swords are about mental, but who may have been mentally condescending to her. I haven't heard anything about the husband of Rebekah in the news yet. This is a very fresh story, but it's coming out that he may have been verbally manipulative to Rebekah. It feels like she was really unhappy in the situation. It feels like the husband hurt her, heartbreak, and it feels like she wanted to heal from this, and I feel like Shawn was the catalyst. And I feel like there was emotional disappointment here, because I'm willing to bet that the husband said, no, we're not getting divorced. I feel a little bit of a fear factor here about the divorce. Let's just ask, was Shawn the catalyst? 4 of Wands. Six of Swords in the reverse. She was stuck. She was stuck. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. She could not move towards the King of Pentacles because she was stuck in this marriage. It feels like, yeah, Shawn showed up as the King of Pentacles before. In the reverse is not okay. I'm getting more of another image here. I just heard not the baby daddy. So Shawn was not the father of the baby. That might have been something that caused some rage also. I don't know. But I feel that there was a question, and I don't think Shawn could have let that out of the bag either. But I feel there was an altercation over this. Okay, the exposure of their relationship at the same time cutting it off. Even though she's not happy in her marriage, but she's pregnant to her husband. But I still think that as of the time of her passing, there was question about the paternity. There was the desire to leave that family dynamic, but she felt stuck and couldn't go. Let's ask this. Let's find out about the nature of Shawn's marriage. If he was... I'm trying to figure out... I feel like he was giving her money. She was giving him services. And I feel like she may have fell in love with Shawn. That was a problem. She was pregnant. She thought, maybe she was hoping the baby was Shawn's. I think they got the wrong guy. Shawn was involved with her. The husband wasn't home, right? The truck was in their driveway, right? They got the wrong guy. Shawn's not the guilty one, I don't think. I'm putting that out there now. Without cell phones and stuff, you can't prove somebody's location, right? Allegedly speaking, entertainment purposes only. It's just my opinion. What I just picked up in the energy read. Is it possible that the husband did this after Shawn left? Husband came home, saw the truck, saw where the truck was coming from, an altercation in the house, and he did it. Because I'm seeing a lot of control and manipulation from the husband. Now I'm going to read about Shawn's situation. High Priestess in the reverse. The secret's out. Nine of Pentacles. He was working on becoming single. The secret is out about his true status. He portrayed himself as single. There's the Ten of Wands. We had both of those cards before. I think he thought he was going to try to become single, and he was struggling at that. The Empress, there's the mother. Three of Swords, heartbroken. This tells me that his marriage was a struggle. Okay? I think there was a lot of it. I think Shawn had indiscretions in his marriage, and this isn't the first one. I think he portrayed himself to Rebekah as being single or in the process of being single. And she's gullible. Like I said, she had no way of looking it up. But there's the Empress. That's the mother energy. And the heartbreak. Three of Swords. There is heartbreak over this Empress. King of Wands. Aggression. Queen of Cups. Knight of Cups. Four of Wands. Lovers in the reverse. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Heartbreak and disappointment over indiscretion. Wanting to build a home. Offering that. But the Queen of Cups turning her back on it because of duty. There is a rejection aspect here. That Empress card is, again, bringing up the pregnancy. She was a mother. I almost want to say that she was calling it off with Shawn. Saying, no more, I can't do this anymore. Husband knows about it. Husband's not happy about it. And that makes sense about this protection card. Shawn could not protect her from what was about to happen. I think that when he went to see her, she told him that they can't see each other anymore. He was heartbroken, but the husband knew. Again, I get this image of him being hurt, heartbroken. I'm not seeing him. Now, the King of Wands could be angry, could be anger and aggression, yes. But he's usually passionate. He's a leader. Charismatic. He sees something, he wants it, he goes after it. I just got the devil on the break. So, who did it? Are they even looking at the husband? There's a lot of sadness and heartbreak. Understandably, the community's shocked. Did the community even know about this affair yet? I don't think they did. But the husband knew. And it's showing that I think she wanted out of that marriage. What was that morning? The morning of her passing, what was her husband's energy? What was her husband's energy the morning of her passing, of Rebekah's passing? I don't even know what his name is. Sad enough. Sure, it will come out in the news. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Impulsive. Beyond impulsive. Anger. Over the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Over... Two of Cups in the reverse. The Magician in the reverse. The Tower in the reverse. Doing something in which cannot be rebuilt. The Tower upright, at least you're tearing something down to the ground. But being in the upright gives you the opportunity to rebuild. In the reverse, I'm seeing the Tower that cannot be recovered from. Folks, you heard it here. I'll see what else comes out. I'm going to follow this case. The husband did it because he acted out of anger, aggression over her indiscretions, per se. That, caused a rift, caused a split, the relationship going down the shitter, manipulation to the T, Magician in the reverse. He acted on impulse. And he did something that he could not recover. I think he acted out of anger in the heat of the moment. I bet you this was a crime of passion, folks. This was a crime of passion. Knight of Pentacles. But he appears to the community as faithful. Two of Wands at a crossroads. He planned this out. Well, I don't think he planned it. But now he's like a decision he has to make. Page of Wands. There's the child again. Love to know if this child was, how far along she was. If this child was going to be born under a fire sign. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. And we've got Four of Swords in the reverse. He did this without thinking. Upright is somebody who's contemplative, who thinks about things, reflects, heals. In the reverse, there's action being taken. There's no taking something laying down. And this is something that was not thought out, especially with the Tower in the reverse. I'm telling you, this is a crime of passion, and it went too far because of... Okay, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Manipulative. He wasn't going to lose her. He was not going to let her leave. He was not going to let her abandon. I thought that was the Three of Pentacles. That was the Five. Upright abandonment, being left out in the cold. A split, a break off, something missing. In the reverse is a recovery. I feel like he acted out of character. Well, I don't know. Not out of character because he's a magician. I wonder if the husband was a Virgo or a Gemini. I'm feeling Gemini. Very strong Gemini energy. But using his tools, his resources for ill to prevent him being left out in the cold or abandoned. Okay. And he got news of the affair. And I think she even told him she wanted to leave. But there was this child. And I believe he saw the truck. But the community is looking at him as dependable. Honest. Now he's got and this is planning for the future. I think he was trying to plan on how he was going to keep her. But I think she was emotionally detached. She was emotionally detached. She couldn't get in touch with her own emotions. And his own emotions, he wasn't feeling love at that moment. He was feeling rage. He was feeling rage. So, what am I getting? He came to a crossroads. He made his decision. It was sudden. And he was saying, if I can't have you, nobody will. You're not going to abandon me. Till death do us part. Boom. And I dropped the mic.